Welcome to Digital Marketing Intelligence Ask the Experts, a live bi-weekly show to help you know what to do and what's new in digital marketing for 2021 and beyond. Ask questions, suggest topics, and grow faster with actionable insights and proven strategies from the world's leading experts. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Digital Marketing Intelligence Ask the Experts. I'm Marissa Morgan, your show host and business development manager at Engage. On behalf of myself and the entire team at Engage, I want to welcome you to today's show. Today, we are talking about content marketing and creating content in the digital marketing era, which is vital for not only differentiating yourself amongst your competitors, but it's also vital to attract more clients and to grow your business faster. Our guest expert will be joining us in just a few minutes, and he'll be sharing some vital information on content marketing and why you need to be a part of that in 2021 and beyond. And be sure to stick around for today's Engage Digital Marketing News of the Week. We have begun a 5-part series to help you grow your LinkedIn company page. And each week we're sharing a great tip to help you not only grow your page, but get more engagement and more followers, which is something we are all working to if we have a company page. Because, am I right? The company page tends to naturally get a little less engagement. So today we're going to be talking about how to grow your company page. Before we get started, I want to talk to you a little bit more about what Engage is, not only as a platform, but we offer many optional upgraded services to help you grow your business faster in 2021 and beyond. Engage is a platform that offers 25 plus free forever sales, marketing, and support tools to help you optimize your customer experience, convert customers faster, help them remain loyal, get more sales, and also build trust. That's what's so incredibly important in today's competitive marketplace. However, besides our platform with our 25 plus free forever sales and marketing tools, we have an entire assortment of optional services that are available and at your disposal 24/7, 365 days a year. Our recent addition to that assortment is something called Engage Live. I'm going to put that up on the screen. At the end of our show, make sure you hop over to www.engagelive, that's NGAGGELIVE.com, to check out our Engage Live program. What is Engage Live? Well, if you're joining me today on this live stream, you know that right now, harnessing the power of live streaming and creating a live stream piece of content for your company is crucial to growing your brand and growing your business. That's what we're doing right here at Engage. You can check out our Engage Live program and see how we can help you build trust and sell more, engage with your customers, getting unlimited leads, expand your reach and scale faster, and then track results and grow smarter. That's why you want to live stream. Why you want to use our program is because we offer you a proven show strategy. We offer you access to streaming software. So if you don't have access, don't worry, we give you access. We also have email, script, and media kit templates to help you produce your show, invite your guests, look like a completely professional show. We can also provide you with a show moderator like myself. Maybe you want to be interviewed. We can provide you with a show moderator to help you do that. We can help you promote your show and give you the links to the repurposed video and also give you access to the analytics so you can see exactly who your show reached and how your show was received. 2 different options. Done for you, meaning we do everything to produce the show, or DIY. We can teach you how to do it so that you can do it yourself. So that is our new feature, our optional service available to our Engage subscribers. So another great reason to check out engage.com after today's show. Okay, without further ado, I am so excited to introduce today's guest. He is joining us from just about an hour outside of Raleigh in Planthurst, North Carolina. His name is Mark Satterfield. If you don't know who Mark is, well, you need to. Mark Satterfield is the founder and CEO of Gentle Rain Marketing. He is also the author of 8 books, including the Amazon #1 bestseller, Unique Sales Stories: How to Persuade Others Through the Power of Stories. He's also written another best selling book called The 1 Week Marketing Plan, which leads me to Mark's interesting and unique beliefs. But Mark, I'm on board with these beliefs. Mark believes that most marketing experts make attracting consistent streams of brand new clients far too difficult and complex. And he believes that any business owner, meaning, yes, you right there tuning in right now live on LinkedIn, any business owner, consultant, or coach can have a highly effective marketing system up and running in as little as 5 days. If that doesn't get you excited, it gets me excited. And it's exactly why you're here today to join us for his talk. Prior to founding Gentle Rain Marketing, Mark has held many executive positions with a few big companies. Have you heard of PepsiCo? Maybe Kraft Foods? Yeah, I thought so. In addition to having served as the Director of Career Services for the Graduate School of Business at Emory University. Mark has an undergraduate degree in English literature. So, Mark, I hope you're not picking apart the way I wrote your bio. From Washington University, he is a 2-time winner of the Dow Jones Award for Writing Excellence, the AMA Award for Excellence in Management Education, and he serves as an adjunct marketing lecturer at Georgia Tech's Graduate School of Business. Quite the bio, Mark. Today, he's here to help us understand why content and content marketing is vital for differentiating yourself to attract more clients and grow your business faster. I'm joining you live today from just west of Minneapolis, Minnesota, a town called Wayzata. Mark is joining us live just outside of Raleigh, North Carolina. Where are you joining us from today? Don't forget, our Digital Marketing Intelligence show is a global show. We're also interactive. So drop your comments and questions in the comment section during any time during our show today, and we'd love to invite you into today's talk. That being said, Mark, welcome to Digital Marketing Intelligence. Thank you for being today's expert.
Thank you, Marissa. It's great to be here. A great day here in Pinehurst, North Carolina. I hope it's a great day where everyone is.
Ditto. And I want to thank you for taking some time away from your amazing golf game. I can only imagine living in North Carolina to join us on our show.
Oh, thrilled to be here.
We're so happy to have you here. And I shared a little bit about your background, and your background is unique in the sense that you did. Oh, and people are actually joining us. Before I get into a little bit more about you, let's welcome a few of our viewers who are awesome and chiming in right now. Jasmine is joining us from Cambridge, Ontario. Jasmine, welcome to the show. Paul Williams is joining us from Allentown, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much, Alan. And a Facebook user just messaged me saying, "Oh my goodness, this talk is going to help me tremendously." And I think that, Abdul, you are like many of us. We all recognize the importance and the power of content, creating content, and then content marketing. So we're excited to hear what Mark has to say today. If you're joining us, if you're just tuning in, now is the time to share this link with your colleagues and your friends. We're diving into a 30 to 45-minute talk. So go ahead and share this link with anyone that you think might benefit from today's information. So, Mark, interesting path. You started in the C suite world, executive positions for really big corporations, and you said, I think I need to step away. And you moved on to found your own company, Gentle Rain Marketing. Tell us a little bit more about the path that led you from the C suite corporate world to now being the founder of your own company and essentially becoming a consultant to others and helping them grow their business.
I think like most people that start their own company, it winds up being evolutionary. You have a strong desire for independence to captain your own ship. I think the catalyst for me was I didn't know it at the time, but my last performance review when I was at Kraft. And I worked for the CEO, and he said, okay, we'll fill out these human resources forms later on, but let me summarize your performance the way I see it. And he said, Mark, if you are interested in the topic, there's really nobody better than you. And Mark, if you're not interested in the topic, everybody is better than you. And that
Hmm.
it kind of stung at the time, but the reality is that when you go out and you do something, such as starting a marketing consultancy, such as I did, it's something that I'm interested in, passionate about. So that was really probably the main catalyst.
So it was about basically not hiding that you weren't exactly interested in what you were currently doing, right? In that position, just you weren't passionate about it, is what it sounds like.
I just had a hard time getting enthusiastic about the things that you need to get enthusiastic about if you're going to have a career in corporate America. I had a very single focus. I was interested in marketing. I was interested in client attraction. I was interested in why people buy product A versus product B. That's what really excited me. And so, I think like many of us, you want if once you identify what you're interested in, then you want to be in that particular business. And if you're interested in those kinds of things, starting a marketing consultancy is where you tend to go.
Well, I like that, and I have to be of that same mindset because I think the saying is when you do what you love, you don't work a day in your life, right? If you do what you love and you're passionate about it, it doesn't feel like work. So, well, we're excited that you made
No,
that
no,
leap.
absolutely. I mean, I started the
Yeah.
business in '92, and then I retired. And after about 3 years, I said that I just really missed it. I love the interaction with clients. I love the interaction with the team members. And so after 3 years, started it back up. And yeah, I mean, it's one of these things. If you're exactly right, if you really truly enjoy it, then it's just what you do. It's not work.
Well, I know that you're helping a lot of clients across the country grow their business, create marketing plans, help them with their brand. Tell me if there is, or share with us the one common problem that you feel your clients come to you and ask for your help with. Is there a common problem a lot of your clients share?
I mean, I think it's pretty universal. It's the twin levers of how do I get more people aware of who I am and what I do, and
Mhm.
then it's how do you convert those people into actual paying clients. So it's that classic traffic and conversion, and those everything tends to kind of come down to those two big issues.
Well, it's funny you say that because one of our viewers just commented, and I'm assuming that you're talking about content marketing, Mr. Alamgir. He says it's better support for traffic, meaning content marketing and content helps to support truly more traffic and more engagement. Which, when you are trying to convert your customers or get more leads, engagement is a key part of that, isn't it?
Right. Well, my philosophy is that everything hinges on content. Uh, if for no other reason than from a prospective client standpoint, we all kind of look alike. I mean, I'm a marketing consultant. There's, a gazillion real number marketing consultants out there. So who are you going to choose to work with? And the way that you choose who to work with is who do you think is really knowledgeable about solving the kinds of problems that you're facing, and that's what content does. Now, the easiest way that you can prove value to a prospective client, the easiest way you can show that you can actually help them is to actually help them during, and you do that through your marketing. So, your blog articles, your podcasts, your videos. If people walk away with real, meaningful, helpful information, then they'll say, yes, this is somebody that I really think can help me. This is somebody who I want to talk to about actually hiring and engaging. But it all is driven from content.
I agree. And I think in today's competitive marketplace, oh, I hear myself echoing. I think in today's competitive marketplace, differentiation and differentiating yourself is one of the key factors to getting more leads, to converting faster. For those of you watching live on LinkedIn Live, I'm going to go ahead and put a slide up for you so that you can follow along with today's talk and see what some of the key points we're going to be diving into. So, we're talking about content marketing in the digital era, why it's vital for differentiating yourself to attract more clients and grow your business faster. So, we're going to dive into right now how to differentiate yourself with content that satisfies your ideal customers' wants and needs. Then, we'll talk a little bit about building your brand by offering this content consistently. We'll talk about providing valuable content free, which is a big thing that Mark is an advocate for to help build relationships. And then we can also talk about developing content by checking out what your competitors are doing and monitoring your customers' wants and needs. So, Mark, let's talk first about this idea of differentiating yourself. How do we differentiate ourselves? And I know you talk about giving customers valuable information. And in talking with my team before our show, we realized that it's only valuable if the customer wants it, right? If it's something that helps the customer with their wants and needs. So, share with us a little bit more your thoughts on differentiating yourself, and then how do we figure out what information our customers truly want and need so that the content we're creating is something they want. They don't want kitty pictures, or maybe they do want kitty pictures, right? Kitty means they want probably content that's going to help them in their brand strategy or their marketing strategy, or I don't know. How do we do that?
I mean, I don't think it's terribly hard, and I think we sometimes overcomplicate it. There's a couple ways you can approach it. The first is obviously your customer, your client has a problem. Otherwise, they wouldn't be coming to you. So it's a matter of your content is focusing around how do they actually solve that problem. And the easiest way to think about it is, and we do this with clients all the time, is we'll go to a whiteboard, and on one end of the whiteboard we'll draw a little sad face, and on the other end of the whiteboard we will draw a happy face, and then we'll draw a line. And you've got unhappy client, you got happy client. So then what are the steps the person has to walk through in order to go from sad client to happy client? And each of those steps is something that you want to be talking about in terms of your content. So, you know, most everybody that we work with, and most people that start a business, they know who their customer and their client is. They know what the problems are. So it's really a matter of saying, okay, you've got this problem. What's a tip, a tactic, a suggestion, an idea I can give you that's going to be helpful? And that's these little nuggets, if you will. We call them news you can use. That's really what you want to be putting out there. And they can be little short snippets. You can put them in the form of podcasts and articles and blogs and videos. And when I think about what I do, and I mean, I post a video every single day. But
Did
I'm
you
really
say
only
every day?
Yeah, pretty much every single day. Video goes up on YouTube and it gets distributed to my LinkedIn groups and my Facebook group and on Instagram. But when you think about it, I'm really only talking about three or four things, or actually two big things. How do you get more clients, or how you get more prospective clients to be aware of you? And then how you convert them into actual paying clients. I mean, that's really all I talk about. And I've been doing this now for over 25 years. So, I mean, if I can do it, I mean, certainly other people can do it. So, that's one thing to do, is to think about, okay, what are the steps somebody has to take in order to solve the problem. And that's good, but unfortunately it's not enough, because I'm going to generalize here, but most everybody is in a really competitive space. There's lots and lots of people that do what you do. So How do you differentiate it? How do you differentiate with content? And the answer is to have a philosophy, have a belief, plant the proverbial flag in the ground. This is what I believe. This is what people do right. This is what people do wrong. Here are the
Mm,
assumptions people make that are incorrect. I mean, have a freaking point of view because that's what people will remember. Now, some people aren't going to agree with you, and that's fine. That's cool.
mhm.
But it's going to help you get out of the bell-shaped curve, and that's the real problem because you've got this bell-shaped curve. On one end, there's going to be the people that think, "Oh my God, Mark is just too weird for words. I don't want anything to do with him." On the other end of the bell-shaped curve are Mark is really cool. I really like him. I want to work with him. That's great. But the big group of people are the people in the middle. The people who go, Mark, who? They don't remember us. And so this is where having a philosophy, having a point of view, I mean, you you said one of my point of views, which is I believe that most people don't engage in marketing because they think it's too complicated, too expensive, won't work. And my belief is that if you put together a marketing system, doesn't have a whole lot of parts to it, but it's a system. It's not just a bunch of unconnected activities. It's a system. And if you put together a system, you can have as many clients as you want. That's my philosophy. And that's what I am kind of preaching, to the point of ad nauseum. And everybody needs to have their philosophy, their belief. And that's what you become known for. And that's really the purpose of your content.
Well, I think that one thing you mentioned, which is incredibly important, and it's something we're going to continue to visit as we get into the month of July with our live stream shows. It's important to make big decisions, right? You have to make decisions. You have to be bold. Um, the future doesn't have to be so scary, right? Especially when you look at the things that we've all just gotten through as a world over the last year. You have to be prepared and ready, obviously, to pivot when things change. But when you're always looking towards the future and what is in the future, you, I think, gain the confidence to make big decisions. And like you said, Mark, stand for something, have a point of view, especially in order to stand out to your customers or your potential leads. I think that's really important. You said one other thing, and I want to start to talk about that, and that is being very consistent. And before we get into talking about consistency, I like to say hello to everyone joining us who comments. So, hello to Danny, who's joining us all the way from Chile today. Danny, welcome to today's show. I have not seen your name yet pop up on one of our live streams. So, if you're brand new to our series, welcome to the first of our shows this week, Danny, all the way from Chile. That's awesome. I've never been to Chile. I do like Chilean wine, though. So, I'm going to just let you know, Danny, thanks for your great wine that we get here in the US. So, you mentioned the importance, and this is so key, Mark, of consistency. One thing that we believe at Engage, it's having a dedicated location for your content, whether that is your website. As you mentioned, maybe it's a blog, maybe it is a podcast, a YouTube channel, a live stream show. How important is it to be consistent? And I know you mentioned you put a video up every day. Is it important to be consistent in terms of where you're also posting? Do you think that it's important to be everywhere, Mark? Or is it more important to pick one place and be consistent in that one place? Do you have an opinion on that?
Well, I'm a video guy. I'm pretty comfortable turning on the camera and talking for 45 minutes about something, and
Okay.
so I'm pretty comfortable with it. So YouTube is a great vehicle. I record them, put them up on YouTube, and then I distribute them through all the different social media channels. But our strategy, and this is a strategy I would encourage everyone to think of, is that you want to get people onto your list. You want to get people to come to your website to be a part of your own personal infrastructure. So
Mm.
you're constantly making free offers. So for example, we make a free offer for a free copy of one of my books. and people opt in for that, and they hopefully find the book to be valuable, and now they're a part of our ecosystem. But realistically, if you're not going to make the commitment to do it on a regular basis, just don't bother. I mean, it's a colossal waste of time to think that you can make one tweet, one post, one video. I mean, there's just so much stuff out there. So you have to make the commitment to it. And realistically, if you've got like a small business and you're a local player and you've got modest aspirations, and I'm not making a judgment here, you're probably going to be okay just by kind of being out there in the community, getting word of mouth. But the people that I work with, the people that I play with, I mean, what they're doing is they're really interested in growing a business, getting really top notch clients. They're interested in becoming well known. They get frustrated because they're the best kept secret. And if that's you and you really want to grow a business, then yeah, you've got to be you've got to be consistent.
Well, I like that you touched
Long answer
on.
to a
Oh,
simple
good.
question.
What's that?
Long answer to a simple question.
No, no. Another viewer just joining in wants to let us know she's joining from Brazil today. Hello, Juliana. Thank you so much for joining us. I think it's so interesting. You said the one thing that I couldn't agree with you more on, and that is if you're not going to be consistent, don't bother. It's going to take momentum in order for anybody, whether you are posting content in the form of a blog or you're doing a live stream every week, or as Mark does. Mark's very comfortable with video, he does a daily video. It's going to take time to build momentum. Brand influencers are not born overnight, even though sometimes it seems like they are. It takes time to build momentum. But Mark, you touched on something, and I'm going to share a few statistics from one of our previous shows because I think it's important. You touched on the fact that for you, video is very easy and comfortable for you. And you like doing video because you can do it on one platform and then share it across all platforms, which keeps your branding messages consistent and allows you to be in all places. Video is an incredibly important tool because right now, 80% of content consumed on the internet is video. 80%. LinkedIn reports that live streaming on LinkedIn has grown in popularity by 158% from first to third quarter of last year. So, in just 9 months last year during the pandemic, live streaming has grown 158%. And also, and Mark, this is why you're probably so great at video and it's you've used it successfully. Live videos, especially on LinkedIn, tend to average 7 times more reactions and 24 times more comments. How crazy is that? So, when we're trying to choose a medium for our content, I think it's important for us to also think about the trends and which content is proving to be successful and is proving to get more engagement, but also deciding if that's the right vehicle for our message. Can you give any examples of how you used video, or maybe how you helped a client um, to create content, or maybe how you've helped them figure out the best place for their content, or what type of vehicle for their content?
I mean, I think video is if you're comfortable in front of the camera, there's
Hmm.
nothing better than video. If you're not comfortable in front of the camera, and we've done this with clients, create a PowerPoint presentation, a keynote presentation, just narrate it. Um, but the reason why this is important is that you have to go back to how clients are going to decide whether to work with you or not. And it's basically two things. One, do you know what you're talking about? And that's going to be that credibility bar. Can you jump that? Is this someone who knows about financial services or human resources or supply chain or marketing or whatever it is that that you do? And again, I'm answering this from the perspective of my clients, who are all coaches, consultants, and advisors. That's the
Mhm.
world that I operate in. So the first piece that you have to jump through is, do they know what they're talking about? And that's really what your content is designed to do. But the second part is this somebody that I think I could work with you? And that's where the video is so powerful, because it allows people to get a sense for who you are. It allows for the personality to come across. It,
Right.
allows for you to see, is this, somebody that I think would be interesting and someone I'd be comfortable actually hiring as a partner to solve this particular problem. And that's this classic know, like, and trust stuff.
Mhm.
So that's where video has an advantage. Now, if you do the PowerPoint presentations, the keynote presentations, you can still get part of that because your personality can come across as you're doing the narration. Um, but if you do, those kinds of things, and you, again, just focus on little nuggets. The content doesn't have to be. That doesn't have to be all encompassing. It's just little things that, when somebody ends consumption of it, they say, "Hey, my time was well spent. I learned something. That was helpful. That was beneficial." And if you can get them to say that, then they're likely to take that next step of both consuming more content and then eventually hiring you. But you
100%.
got to do it consistently.
So, okay. So let's just kind of summarize where we're at, and some of the takeaways that I think as a group we can all agree on from our talk so far. So, first and foremost, you're differentiating yourself amongst your competitors by making sure you create content that is considered to be valuable by your ideal customer. So that's first. You want to create content that is wanted or needed by your customers. So I think that's the first thing. The second thing is, as you consider what type of content you're going to create and where you're going to put it, you need to be consistent. Okay. And I know Mark shared that he does a video every day. That's incredible. If you're going to do a live stream show, commit to once a week, same day, same time, or at least, if you're going to do it every other week. I mean, I guess it just is all about being consistent, but also being consistent where you put your content, whether that is going to be a blog. You're not going to go and do a video one week and then a blog the next week and then say, oh, now I'm going to do a podcast the next week. I feel like if you're too all over the place with maybe you're doing something every week, but you're not in the same place, I don't think that that's going to help you build momentum either. So
I
being
don't know. I'm
consistent.
not completely sure I agree with that. I mean,
No.
we do we do everything.
Hmm.
So I mean, I do a video about, we're posting on Instagram, we're posting memes, we're posting funny stuff. We're just out there with everything. Um, but but that's me, and partly it's because I enjoy doing that. I mean, to your
Right.
point, I would pick, the one thing that you enjoy doing, and that's key, because if you don't enjoy doing it, you're going to stop. And promotion and marketing is unfortunately one of these things that you just can't start and stop and start and stop. You just got to be consistent. And if you're looking just to add two or three clients and then you're going to stop your marketing,
Mm.
that's just a waste of money, time, and effort. This is something that you're doing very consistently. And then the question becomes, well, Mark, I got, all the clients I need. Why would I want to keep marketing? Well, the answer is because you're filling up your pipeline. You got a waiting list, and you get to choose better clients. I mean, if you're working off of just word of mouth and referrals, unfortunately, what happens is you kind of feel like you got to take all clients on because you never know when it's going to be crickets. Whereas if you got this
Right.
marketing machine that's ginning up stuff and you're sending out great content, people are responding to it, you get to raise your fees, you get to be hyper selective about who you work with. I mean, life is just dandy.
I like the sound of that. So, um, creating content, being consistent, using your content to help build trust with the customer. And like you said, people want to work with people they know, people they feel an affinity or a connection to, and things like video allow you to do that, just like our show here allows you to show your personality a little bit. If you guys have any questions, we've got many of you watching on LinkedIn Live right now. We're going to be wrapping up our talk in just a moment. So if you have any questions at all for Mark from
Let,
Gentle Rain Marketing, I mean, he's here at your disposal. Drop the questions in
let,
the comment
let
section.
me share one thing, which is we talk about with clients all the time, and it's a little controversial, but here's what I believe. I think you ought to give away your best stuff for free.
Mhm.
Um, and people go, oh no, I can't give away my best stuff for free because no one will hire me. Well, here's the reality, which is, and take this to the bank. Everybody thinks their problems are unique. They aren't, but everybody thinks that. So you can give away your best content for free because all it's going to do is get people to say, yeah, this is good. I really think this is valuable. I want to see how it pertains to me. And even though you're giving away your good stuff for free, they're not going to use it. And the people that would use it aren't going to be anybody that would actually ever hire you in the first place. So you're not cannibalizing yourself.
Mm.
But the more that you give away really, really good content and not the blinding grasp of the obvious stuff, that's really what people get excited about. And you really don't have to worry about, if I give away my good stuff, people won't hire me because they want something that's going to be you know, tailored and bespoke for them. Now, the solution may wind up being actually, pretty much the same as what you gave away for free. But the reality is everybody wants that kind of, customized approach. So you don't have to
Well,
worry about it.
I think that's a great tip. And I also liked your idea of, the idea that you give an offer out as well. Like you said, you offer your book. People can, enter their email address in to have access to maybe the digital download. And then you now also are creating an offline list of potential leads for yourself, because the one thing I've learned through my path with Engage is we don't really own our connections when they're on another platform.
Boy, you
Should
hit the nail on the head. And people don't get that. They think that, if their contacts are living in LinkedIn land, that, I mean, LinkedIn makes it so difficult for you to, connect with people. You want to get them off the platforms into your particular infrastructure, your particular ecosystem. And you do that by making a great offer. And here, please don't do this. Do not have your free offer be an opportunity to talk with me because I don't know who
Ah,
you are. You don't have any credibility. Why do I want to take time out of my day to have my free consultation with you? I mean, yes, that's super important to offer, but you got to offer it down the road. You got to bring people in, give them something really cool for free. And it could be a book, an ebook, a PDF. I mean, it could be, the classic thing in software is, free trial. I mean, it could be anything, but something that gets them to say, okay, I want this free thing. I will tell you who I am, and then they're a part of your list. And the power is in the list because those are the people you can then send your customized messages to. You got to get them off the social media platforms.
well, I think that Danny's question, which just popped up in the comment section, perfect timing, Danny, because it has to do with that personalization and almost taking things offline nowadays. So Danny wants to know, and Danny's joining us from Chile, how do you see the future to deliver a more personalized, content option when there will be no more cookies? Now, I am not super techie, but cookies are the saving of your information, correct?
It
When you
allows you to
visit a
retarget.
website.
Yeah, it basically, it allows you to retarget. Like it's you go to the, you know, you look at something on the internet, and then you're at someplace else, and all of a sudden the ad pops up with, you know, lo and behold, with the place that you just were, and they're
Mhm.
doing that, because they put cookies, and it enables them to track you. So The answer to your question is get them off of that site, get them onto your list. Because once they're on your list, then cookies don't become an issue because now you're sending them the ongoing messages. You own their contact information because you're exactly right. As things tighten up in terms of the privacy issues, it's going to be harder and harder to track people, which is going to make it more and more difficult. It's difficult now, was going to make it more and more difficult to retarget people when they are staying within the LinkedIn, within the Instagram, within the Facebook ecosystem. So yet it's another reason to get them off of that onto your list. So I
Great
mean,
question.
if you think about this from a strategic standpoint, okay, so you got
Right.
great content. People consume the content. At the end of the content, you make them a free offer, free book, free something. In order to get that, they got to opt in. That gives them now you got the autoresponder that you can send out, and now you can send out all the messages to offer free consultations, additional programs, additional services, additional content. Um, I mean, we send out a newsletter every week, which has video and some additional information, and the consumption of that is the highest because I'm sending it to my list. I'm sending it to people who have opted and people who have expressed an interest. We send the same stuff out to the world in Facebook and LinkedIn, and the consumption is very, very small because we're sending it out to a blind audience. So again, it's thinking about all this in terms of a system, having the
Mhm.
steps connected, that is the real key. Just putting content out and then not having anything that is connected to the content, that doesn't do you any good. You're sending out content, well, big whoop. You got to have the content. You got to have then some sort of offer. It's got to take them someplace. But again, this doesn't require, it requires a certain amount of work, but you're thinking, 3, 4 steps. You're thinking, a nominal investment in terms of money. Uh, but if you do that, you can have a marketing system that, works great. But it all starts with content.
I love this. Oh my goodness. So many great tips. Danny, thank you for your question. Mark, we're running out of time, but I want to share with our audience how they can connect with you after today's show, because I think you are not only a wealth of information when it comes to digital marketing, but obviously today we're learning a lot about content marketing, the importance of not only being consistent, but making sure that you're giving content or creating content that is of value to your customers, how we need to have a voice, an opinion, a point of view to stand out amongst our competitors. And most importantly, besides being consistent, is not being afraid to give away some of our best stuff for free, but also having that be a part of truly a action plan to get our contacts, to get our leads off of some of these platforms, so that in the event that the platform goes away or we don't have access to them anymore, you still have the list, the leads, the potential sales, the customers that you had worked so hard to get. So really wonderful. How can our viewers connect with you on LinkedIn after the show? Do you welcome connections on LinkedIn?
Yeah, you can connect on LinkedIn, but look, the easiest way is go to gentlerainmarketing.com. That,
Absolutely. I'm putting up Mark's LinkedIn so you can screenshot that quickly and check him out after the show. If you do connect with him via LinkedIn, leave him a message. Don't just blindly connect. Let him know you saw him on the Engage Digital Marketing Intelligence show. And then if you want to learn more about how to attract consistent streams of brand new clients, you can visit his website, which is gentlerainmarketing.com. Mark, incredible information. Thank you so much for sharing your times, your tips, your insights on content creation and content marketing today.
thanks for having me. It was fun.
Oh, 100%. We could talk all day, but I have to get to some engaged digital marketing news of the week. I'd love to invite you to stay for the next moment. Would you like to hear about getting more engagement on your company page, Mark?
Sounds good.
That's what we're going to talk about today. So, at the end of every Engage Digital Marketing News, Engage Digital Marketing Intelligence live stream, we share with you an Engage Digital Marketing News tip or trend of the week. Now, this week is our second in a 5-part series of our talk on the excuse me, on the LinkedIn company page. So, your LinkedIn company page is a place for you to share, connect, and grow your business. It's a tool for building awareness, authority, and trust. Best of all, the potential reach and impact of your LinkedIn company page increases as your followers and your connections increase. So, here is the second of 5 effective techniques to organically attract more followers to your LinkedIn company page. And that's important because we're all asking how to build our company pages because naturally they tend to get less engagement. So, LinkedIn is a thriving community of entrepreneurs, marketers, C suite executives, and other decision makers. These members are on the lookout for original, insightful, and valuable content. We just talked about this to expand their knowledge and achieve their professional goals. The best way to capture the attention of the audience you wish to attract is, as we learned today, to publish compelling content about industry news, trends, and other topics relevant to them. In fact, here's a great statistic: 88% of business decision makers agree that thought leadership content plays a crucial role in uplifting their perception of your company. Unfortunately, only 17% of them rate the quality of thought leadership content available online as very good or excellent. So, what this statistic is saying is that business decision makers think that thought leadership content is very important in how people perceive your company. And we learned today that's exactly true, as Mark shared with us. Being consistent, getting your presence, your video, your brand out there is incredibly important for how people perceive you. But it's like almost everybody, 88% says that's important, but only 17% of them say that the content out there is good. So there is so much room for you to get out there and create your own content and obviously be consistent in that. Get your, like as Mark shared, have a point of view, have that be unique, get that out there. There's lots of people looking for this kind of content. So you can share content through your LinkedIn company page in a variety of different ways. And here's 4 of them to help you. You can start writing short form or long form posts. You can create third party articles. You can showcase employee voices, and you can use the content suggestions feature on your LinkedIn company page. So you can create short and long form content to create third party articles, showcase employee voices, and you can use the content suggestion feature on your company page. Mark, we'd love for you to weigh in. Do you have a company page for Gentle Rain Marketing, or do you do everything through your personal page? And what was some of the influence behind your decision to have a company page or not have a company page?
Uh, well, we have a company page. I
Mhm.
think probably what drove initially the decision is that you can't advertise on LinkedIn unless you have a company page,
Mhm.
and we advertise. I mean, the other part is that you're running a business, and you should, you should approach it from a business standpoint. Um, so I would say those are the two main things.
Awesome. You guys, I've got to let Mark go. He has a beautiful day to enjoy in front of him in North Carolina. I do want to thank you all so much for joining us today on today's edition of Engage Digital Marketing Intelligence Ask the Experts. Mark, thank you so much for your time and your insights on content and content marketing. I hope we can have you back again in the future.
Thanks, Marissa. I really enjoyed it.
Everybody say thank you to Mark and be sure to connect with him on LinkedIn or visit his gentlerainmarketing.com website for more insights on how in just 5 days you can create a marketing plan to have literally a stream of new leads coming in for you to to take advantage of. You guys, if you missed today's show or you're just tuning in at the last minute, don't worry. We will have this up for a replay as a podcast and a webinar, but you can share this link to colleagues for them to watch the replay as well. A big thank you to Jasmine, who tuned in and said thank you. And Marcelo, thanks for joining us back. Marcelo is one of our original engagers. He's been tuning in every week for our live show series. He says, always excellent events. Congrats and thank you. Danny, who joined us from Chile today, says, thanks, Marissa and Mark. Very good session. Listen, if you maybe have some topic suggestions you'd like for me to ask the experts, feel free to actually shoot me an email. And my email is marissa.m@engage.com. You can visit my LinkedIn page as well. It's /host Marissa Morgan. And be sure to follow our LinkedIn company page so you can be notified of upcoming talks and events, and also watch the replays of all of our past previous live stream shows. I'm telling you guys, live stream is the place to be in today's digital marketing era. And if you're thinking about creating your own live stream show, we can help you do it. Would you like a host like me to help host your show? Would you like a company like Engage who knows what they're doing to help produce your live stream show so that you can become a brand influencer and you can have your viewpoint, like Mark shared, be consistently out in front of your target audience? We can help you do that at engagelive.com. So check that out after today's show. Tune in this Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Turdon DeBow will be joining us. She is the Social Media Examiner's expert on Clubhouse. If you're wanting to be on Clubhouse, join us this Thursday, 12 p.m. on Steve Seberg's LinkedIn page for our LinkedIn Live. We will be sharing Turdon DeBow's tips on how to be successful on LinkedIn. You guys, that is all for now. I hope you have an amazing day. And I look forward to seeing you on Thursday for our show on how to gain success on the newest platform that is Clubhouse. See you guys soon.